Very difficult dunk right there, folks. Jerron Blossomgame off to a great start here in the first half.
He's got 6. Dennis Smith Jr. doesn't have a point yet. Nearly another turnover. He foregoes the open 3 and gets it in the corner to Henderson.
Ohio State keeps it same side. They have got nothing. Nice pass.
Terrific pass and a missed layup. An easy one for Jeté.
Yeah, he's got to dunk that one.
All right, Rowan's open for 3 and he'll fire away and got it.
Parts of this game. Let's see if NC State can reverse the ball for a change and attack the other side of the floor.
I think at some point, too, you got to give a good pass to Capita for the flush. You got to give some credit.
What they were going to see.
Yurt 7, as they say, with the ball, has a big upside, but Godfrey told us right now there's a lack of confidence, too, and he's still learning a lot. Rowan.
It was his pivot foot, and he just shuffled it a little bit.
Number 22, Sean Kurt, now into the lineup for North Carolina State. Abu. Great entry pass from.
And they're immediately trying to get Blossomgame engaged in the offense, and they go right to him. And that was about as good as look as you're going to get.
He is 0 for 6 so far in this game. Averaging 17 points. Abu inside from Smith.
Aggressive move at the basket on that play.
Clemson now has the lead, 51-50. Little John Coliseum crowd on its feet. 11:47 remaining in regulation. Henderson, three-pointer.
Yeah, big time.
57. He has 10.
We talked about them wanting to get out and run.
Rowan with an answer. And Mark Godfrey.
Because the head coach has already been fired. And Mark Godfrey continues, I think, to show a lot of class in doing the job, although it's highly unusual. Johnson will switch that one in. 3 fouls, I want in. Believe me, I won't pick up the 4th. Here's Rowan. Got a great look. The tip almost fell. Loose again. Smith gobbles it up. Gave it up with a slam and one.
But Mark Godfrey's guys have had a tough time getting back on defense, and Georgia Tech has hurt them in transition.
Well, they scored on 6 of their last 7 possessions. It's an 8-2 run, and they're within a point of NC State.
And here's Georgia Tech again, disrupting a little bit with their defense. 15 on the shot clock.
There's the shot. Nice shot.
Wow.
Terry.
Nice move by Lammers. Oh, good pass.
Okogie missed the shot. Well set up by Lammers. The rebound comes to Smith.
I think Okogie was expecting contact, and he didn't really get very much.
Smith inside. Here comes the shot from the wing, and it is 2 in a row from that very.
They can put a lot of defenses in a bind, right? So it's just 5 out. Bonzi will dive into the post sometimes, but it puts them in the bonus early. And when you shoot it to the extent they do from the free throw line, that is a huge advantage. The second half Jalen Adams had in their last game keeps hope alive for a postseason bid for them.
Adams in the first matchup against Temple had a double-double, 11 points, 12 assists. He's been a very bright spot for what has been not the greatest of years for UConn. Rolling. Change from the starting lineup to open the game for Mark Gottfried and the Wolfpack. As Omer Yurt 7, number 14 in white, who's got the ball, is on the floor, trying to utilize that height against.
After suffering a right leg injury yesterday in practice, he is here tonight, but is seated on the Tar Heel bench. They did get Isaiah Hicks back, but lost Kenny Williams, and there's a 3 by Johnson. Lead back to 10.
May just does such a nice job. I mean, there's nothing flashy or spectacular about him. But he's in the right place at the right time.
Benson stays with Smith.
Abu's got to work a little harder to get the ball.
They'll fire over May and hit. First field goal for Theo Pinson.
And those are the kind of things that Pinson can do.
At the other end, quickly Dorn's first point.
For Hicks, though.
And it's May who takes to the floor to replace Isaiah Hicks. Rowan. That's clean right there.
Boy, Woods can pass the ball now, can he?
7th Woods is a 6'2 freshman from Columbia, South Carolina. Smith feeds Capita for the layup.
Now, and in his defense, Abu is playing inside against much bigger guys, so it's harder for the guards to find him.
Peter the catch.
Childress, this time he's going to take it strong. Dorn will pull it down. Childress, some of the All-American assistant Randolph Childress.
He stayed on a little bit of a scoring drought. You see Wake Forest into that zone.
It's been over 3 minutes since they've scored a bucket, Brian.
It's one of those times when you look to try to get the ball inside to your big guys. You see Ted Capita goaltend by one of the things the NC State's having a problem with is Wake is running two bigs up there on that pick and roll, and they're not communicating. First time, they got an easier three-point basket and one by...
Arians has made a couple of threes in this second half. He leads the team in made threes with 43 this season. Brian Crawford is right behind him with 42. There's Rowan.
Playing out and shooting from distance.
Yeah, folks, before the Clemson game, he was 1 for 4 from the three-point line. Before that, 10 of 16 from 3 over 2 games. This is a guy that can play inside and outside. Has a nice handle as well.
Blue baseline gets it from Hofer. He was high above the rim.
And Ravi, much like when we saw North Carolina State last week, when they rebound the basketball in the defensive end, I think they have to play with a little more pace. You got to look to try to get some easy ones in transition. It's a losing cause to go against this tenacious half-court
State. You got to get on Savoy. Less than a minute, he's banged 2 threes.
And folks, that's that dude that I was talking about that comes off the bench when you're in the NCAA tournament offense. Oh, nice finish there by Abu.
Try it again. Taking off his foot. Good hustle on the floor by Rowan. They got a 2-on-1. There you go. Maverick Rowan. Smith will put it up, and in and out it goes. Last couple of games, they've shot really well from the free throw line. Florida State shooting 90%. Tonight back down to 50. Smith Jr. looking to go one-on-one.
He has no room, no space to go anywhere.
Dorn takes it into the hole. Boy, who came in, knocked down 2 threes in the first half, fires one up here, and it comes off to Dorn. Smith, corner, Henderson looking for another 3, and he got it. The hands of Maverick Rowan. Smith waves off the pick, says, no, I want Yurtseven setting it. Abu from 18 knocks it down. And that percent.
One of the things you have to do if you're North Carolina State is get out and contest those threes. Too many open looks against this NC State defense.
Yurtseven passed up the open jumper. Smith double team. Now Yurtseven will take this jumper and make it. He's got 4 points. Reed's pull-up jumper from the elbow. No, Yurtseven with a rebound. Henderson pushing. Smith trailing. Henderson now for 3. Got it.
North Carolina State's defense looks like sort of a little bit of a matchup kind of defense, has bothered Miami, forced the Hurricanes to stand around. Smith on the baseline, kick out. Henderson, top of the key, 3, got it. Eighth run of this first half for the Wolfpack. Part of the problem for Miami is this matchup defense that the Wolfpack is playing has the Hurricanes standing. It's tough to score when you're just standing around, unless you're... Smith, Henderson, posting up, fading away, puts it in at 16. 73-66, 4 minutes to play. Well, NC State, they were so good on offense in the first half, and the offense has abandoned them here in the last few minutes. Dorn, the free throw line jumper. 19 points for Lawrence, a new career high. Rowan for 3, they need it, they got it. NC State to take clock. Dorn puts up the 3, off the mark. Smith finds Henderson for 3, puts it in with 3.4.
And 26 points per game over the last 2. He's been hot.
Yeah, 24 in that win you highlighted against Florida State. Henderson launches a 3. That one is good, so 2
tonight for Battle to be able to knock down shots, and Andrew White III. Those two guys on the perimeter are going to have to lead the charge, and Tyler Light is going to have to get involved in the offense as well.
Smith alley-oop, wide open to Abu.
18% difference at home versus on the road, so it's really vital for him to play well here tonight for Syracuse to have a chance to win, get a much-needed win on the road against North Carolina State.
Markel Johnson, number 11, comes in, a freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio. They've rotated guys on the free throw line, and that's on Boo. What a good game.
It creates turnovers like that because you're not ready. You got to be patient and poised with the ball movement.
It's Capita into the game. He wears 23. Rowan. He knocks down another one. State sits here at 3 and 6, and it doesn't get a lot easier after tonight. That one was halfway down, but it's a miss for Andrew White.
I still think Carolina State is pushing a little too slow. Dennis Smith, as explosive as he is, he's got to push that basketball with more pace.
The extra pass from Smith Jr.
here early.
Contested by Anya, and that's going to be a North Carolina State ball. And Smith Jr. doing some dribbling to Rowan. 3. The hands go up as soon as he threw that pass.
Well, that's one of the things I love about him, Rav, is he's unflappable. You know, he hasn't been getting as many touches. Wow, another lob.
Perfect lob, Smith Jr. and Abu's got points. A 78% free throw shooter knocks down 2, and the lead is 6.
CSU Colorado State transfer has been aggressive, making really good decisions on the offensive end tonight. And folks, we said it earlier, when he's good, Syracuse is fantastic. See, that's why you need a playmaker at that free throw line area. DJ Anya, not the one.
Smith Jr. with Light on him. That's a tall body. Great bounce pass. Wow. 8 assists. They've said that about great NBA players. They see things no one else does. Apparently, Smith saw something no one else did.
Indeed. Best point guard I played with in the NBA was our own Mark Jackson.
There's your 7, and another good pass from Andrew White. Though misses that 3, and a chance for NC State to tie or grab a lead again.
Every shot he got in the first half that he knocked down was in a rhythm. That one was a standstill, a little bit more difficult to make.
Smith Jr. Battle all the way to the hole. Maverick with the block. And here comes Smith again, looking for his 10th assist. He'll get it.
And that switching action, Tyler Light needs to touch the rock on the offensive end for Syracuse.
They can't get it. NC State's got another chance here. Maverick Rowan got it. What a game, and what thing Mark Gottfried said, we have to figure out how to respond to a run. Good block there. Syracuse looked like they were about to go on one. You're 7. Wow. Whoa! Give me another assist.
Past, he's not been a very good defender, but what he's been working on in the offseason is becoming a better athlete, getting quicker feet, and that's shown tonight.
Well, I think it's smart. Anytime Smith, Light, bumping, banging, missing the layup on the floor, and Smith comes up with it.
Continue to attack that ACC area, either off the pass or off the bounce for the Wolfpack.
Great pass, Abu, reverse, and Smith picks up a...
Louisville starts in that matchup zone of theirs. The idea being you've got to take away the penetration, particularly by Smith.
Smith averages 19.5 points per game. Best among freshmen. Maverick Rowan tees up the 3 for NC. Well defended by Capita. Now just over 3 minutes to go in the half. The turnaround baseline. Abu.
Long shot, and Abu was running at him. So nice job by the Wolfpack to contest that three-point shot. Now can they convert down on this end?
Abu tries the other side, and he's on the... Johnson. Levitch again. Mahmoud trying to save it from Louisville. Here's Smith. Now 45 seconds to go in the half. 4 points for Smith inside to Abu. Time meeting between those two programs. They lost 8 of 9 to Kentucky, but beat them 73-70.
And beat Purdue.
And also beat Purdue. ACC Big Ten Challenge. That's Dorn with the 1 to go. Over 21,000 Cardinal fans in the whiteout.
It's 17 to 18 feet.
Jones on the drive, well defended. Henderson and Rowan were there for the Wolfpack. It wasn't pretty, but it ends up as that Capita deserved the technical, but it's a 2-point game, and now Smith the steal. After the pass from Jackson, he picked it off. A chance for the lead now for Rowan, a 3. Maverick Rowan.
Phil Forte delivers. Speaking of making shots, Jordan Woodard. That game comes up right after ours. Back to the action, Sean.
And ours is a good one, Carl. 3:42 to go. NC State down by 3 with the ball. Dennis Smith whips it underneath, and the slam by
With just under 3 minutes to go on the road in Cameron Indoor Stadium. I don't think he could have dialed it up any better.
Well, they have talent, especially those two. Smith to NC State hasn't won here since 1995. They've lost 16 in a row in this building. Since the end of that season, they're 7-37 in all games against Duke. Rowan for 3, and they're
he has 7. Duke just hit the elbow and got a little flex cut down low and gets basically a wide open layup.
Abu inside, the dunk for Abdul Malik Abu off a nice setup.
Handing out for Woods. Malik Abu for 2. After that foul on Collins, Crawford will launch. How many times? Halfway down and then popping back out.
Well, that rim is a little tight on this end, but you know, that's the thing. If you're NC State, you want the tight rim in the first half.
Kurt 7 with a loud 2.
Sit down. Going to be interesting to see how much longer Danny Manning stays with Collins on the floor before going with Durrell Moore.
Abu lays it in. The pick and roll works. At one point, trailed by 9, now lead by 4.
And Wake Forest now going into a 2-3 zone to try to keep NC State and Dennis Smith especially out of the paint. But Abu has been knocking down the zone of their own on the defensive end of the floor.
Crawford saw some daylight, too strong. Outlet for Johnson. Deacons do a nice job getting back in transition. Now the secondary break. Dennis Smith Jr. remember playing with 2 personals. Abu is on fire.
I tell you what, 3. Nice pump fake, and on the closeout, getting to a sweet spot, knocking down the mid-range jump.
Let's see if the Wolfpack go back to Abu here. He scored the last 8 points for NC State.
Well, you know, but he's not scoring them off of plays. It's just about basketball movement, and he's been the so therefore he had to show me and everyone watching on TV that he shoots it just as well. I'm still not going for it. Not as good as Dad yet.
He's like his dad in that he thinks he's as good as Dad.
And that he is. He's extremely confident, just like his dad.
Shot clock's at 7. Rowan, long 2. Swish.
I tell you.
Does it feel like NC State's getting pushed around on the glass a little bit?
Well, you do feel as though John Collins is having his way, but Torin Dorn.
Arians puts it on the floor. Here comes Smith to Johnson to the basket. From the free throw line. And the Deeks 11 of 12 from the stripe today.
When you look at Wake Forest's offensive numbers, they're very impressive. Defensively, there's room to grow, but that's what happens when you have 8 of your 13 scholarship players as freshmen or sophomore. The learning curve is still very high for this team.
Rowan for 3. Yes. Wilbekin. Rebound for Smith. That's his 4th board.
Dennis Smith, of course, we know the first freshman to have a triple-double in ACC play this year.
Torin Dorn fills on the attack.
Played by Keyshawn Woods, and Think about the confidence that Danny Manning has in Woods, putting the ball in his hands at crucial times in the game. Even Brian Crawford deferring to Woods and allow him to play pick and roll basketball in that possession.
Woods is playing more and more minutes. Crawford takes a tumble. Anya.
Jamie Luckey has to call that in live action.
Isn't replay a wonderful thing?
It is for us. It's not for officials.
Well, there's just the fifth.
Mirror each other in a bad way. Both coming off 3 straight losses, 4 of their last 5, making tonight's game almost a desperation game for both. Shot by Abu is good. Jamel Artis scored the first 2 points for Pitt. He scored the first 2 points of the second half as well. Now 1-3-1 trap by Pittsburgh. You're at 7. Around and in. That's Cam's 3rd triple of the night. He is the 2nd Panther in double digits with 11. Rowan off the curl.
He is torturing the NC State centers, isn't he?
That brand new mask that he got shipped to the hotel room this morning, working out just fine for Michael Young.
Wow.
Look out if...
Had Ron Proud, right? Played for Louis Carnesecca at St. John's. How about that team? Chris Mullen, Walter Berry, Jackson, Bill Wennington with Rowan. Pretty nice deck Louis had.
Here's your 7. Pretty move by the... Here's Young. Too strong. Coming up on 4 minutes to go.
Should have threw it. He had your 7 on the post up.
Rowan, spot up, got it.
One zone. This is what Josh Pastner has done, switching up his defenses multiple times to try to throw the offense off rhythm.
That was a lane violation, resulting in another free throw for Lammers. Heath pressing out on Henderson, the West Virginia transfer. Abdul Malik Abu with the two-handed hits the 3. That's something you don't see a lot from Georgia Tech, that 3-point shot.
But one thing you do see a lot of from Georgia Tech is Okogie scoring the basketball, and you see a young man, the freshman, who's really gotten off to a great start for the Yellow Jackets, and a good start for him as well tonight.
Henderson will try another, and that rattles in. Up on a minute and a half to play in what's been a wild first half. Anderson kicks to Smith. Drives the lane, dumps it off for Rowan, and there's the vision of Tennessee.
If anywhere this year was shooting the ball off the dribble, and then of course the great hands coming up with the steal.
To feed to Rowan for 2, and it's a 3-point.
NC State, you have to dig down and get a stop. That's where the game is going to end up for you now. Can you get it done on the defensive end of the floor? Offensively, NC State has had their way at times, but they have had no chance of guarding.
Lead for the Yellow Jackets, who are looking to make it 2 straight wins and get a road win in the ACC.
And Georgia Tech going to play the zone defense now, so you're going to give up some looks from outside.
Verticality, hands straight up and down. But Ahmed Hill having a great season after missing all of last year due to injury.
He really used last year well to prepare himself to return. Looking up high. Oh, off the rim and in. Here's Bibbs. And the rebound for Abu. You talked to your brother this past week?
I have. Able to see him today, and I tell you what, talent, good players, have the right attitudes, make coaches look better. So he has a lot of talent to deal with. Want to wish Coach K a speedy recovery But my brother is definitely ready, prepared. There's a lot of guys helping them to lead the Blue Devils moving forward.
From the corner, Henderson's feeling it.
Dealing with 18 to 22, 23-year-olds, you have an opportunity to make a great impact on their team and their lives away from the basketball court. And this is a very talented ball club playing with supreme confidence here back in Raleigh.
Little full court pressure. Initially got the ball out of Smith Jr.'s hands, but he'll pick up the assist.
To be the hunted. They've been the team hunting others, and to get to this point in the transition now under Buzz Williams. Now they're being hunted by other teams, and once again, runner shooter to the Dennis Smith Jr. defined, and what a way to have your first basket of your career.
Wow. Leday hangs in the air, a little off balance. Ball ricochets to Smith.
Well, it's been that kind of half for Virginia Tech and for NC State.
Jr. on the triple-double watch now has 11 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. And 13 minutes to grab a few boards and a couple dimes.
I think we're going to see him on the court for quite a bit. And
how about that shooter's touch?
When it's on second look, Outlaw may have got his inside hand. Little push on Torn Dorn.
Now he's looking for 3. All the skills and all the height. Hill's 3 rims out. Can still stumble on the road. That's his 9th rebound there. Very comfortable here at PNC Arena. Nice dish. There's the 10th assist.
Zion in Durham, North Carolina, carried it to the NBA. You throw it off the backboard to yourself, go get it and finish, then you come on the other end and get a steal.
Henderson pays it off.
He's a guy that can step out and knock out that jump shot.
Newton for 3, front rims it. There's Capita with the rebound. Smith, good kick out. Rowan for 3. Got it. And all of a sudden, stopping me right now.
But Chris, one of the things that's helping Miami with these shots is that they're doing a lot of screen on the ball. NC State has to do a better job of communicating, and you see Davon Reed knocking down those threes. Nice little pump fake to get his guy running out to set up that little mini jumper.
Terry Henderson is back in. Smith finds Yurt 7 rolling to the hoop. Wednesday, but had 10 turnovers. He has stepped up here once again today for the Hurricanes. Henderson for 3. They need it, and they get it. Match kick out. Reed for 3. It's short. And it's Smith able to chase down the rebound. Johnson for 3. Hits the corner. Jim Larinaga said his team needs to be in the 70s. NC State needs to be in the 60s. He was spot on.
Nice move. He went left, then came to a nice little jump stop, turn around, shot a nice little jump hook. That's a shot that's tough to block and tough to stop.
Oh, and they're going to have to
ball down in the paint, but Yurt 7 has to finish that. He's bigger than anybody out on the floor, and he has to be able to absorb that contact.
The ball denial from Abu leads to a transition opportunity. Yurt 7 will win the jump ball. And you see that size just towering over the Ryder Bronx, who no one starting is over 6'7".
Right, yeah, well, it's
here against Kennesaw State as he tore his ACL. And so now they're only down to 9 guys that will dress, and really at most 8 in the rotation.
Right, yeah, well, they're doing a good job at switching up defense as they just did. Look like they're going to a 1-2-2 zone defense. And
pretty good.
Right.
You're awfully athletic.
Right.
Work on the jump shot
right.
and come back next year. We'll see where you are. So he's worked on that, but you see that athleticism is unreal.
Yeah, well, it's good for players to test the waters, I'll say. There's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, see where you may end up. Nice find. That's a nice find. Right.
So NC State up 11, but I tell you what, it could be an awful lot more. Ryder is shooting just 19%, and Malik. Another offensive rebound for Ryder, and it's swatted away by Anya.
But if you're Ryder, that's what you want to do. That's what you need to do. It just happens that you're going against the leading shot blocker in NC State history.
How about that?
Yeah, well, BJ looked like he could be an offensive lineman as well.
And the pass tipped away. Another athletic play by Abu. NC State is off and running. Feel the momentum going this way. And
for Taylor to finish the shot.
A little pressure from Ryder here. And Smith Jr. able to break it with Abu's help. And then BJ.
Team, so I think NC State's going to be a big problem come ACC play.
Dorn will catch and shoot. And that's something.
He's also getting better at hitting the shot.
Trying to answer the other way. Jimmy Taylor can't hit it. They'll move the ball quickly. Up and under finish from Henderson. Better than 7th in the MAC. And this is a team that was hot. They had won 5 in a row before falling to UMass. And so NC State really putting on a show to be up, 20-plus points for most of the second half.
Well, they've gone to a small guard lineup where they put Stevie Jordan at the 2 guard now. He's guarding Terry Henderson. And
Yurt 7's been having a good last couple of minutes. He'll dish it out. Freshman to freshman, not this time. Long rebound will come to Rowan.
Yeah, that's a good shot, though. Inside out is always a good shot.
Yurt 7. He'll take a contested long 2.
We need to get him to read up on the history of that number, so you know why it's a special number. So I need to, when I get a chance to talk to him, I'm gonna ask him, do you know who David Thompson is? Tell me a little bit about David Thompson.
And I think it's interesting too that he's wearing number 14 as Rowan. Boy, hits a tough shot.
Yeah, they made it easy that time. Yurt 7 came over to block the shot, and his man got the tip in.
Tyre Marshall also there. Here's Yurt 7.
Nice move. You did a great job. They need to keep giving you those promos, not me.
I tell you what, the Music City Bowl in Nashville, that's an awfully fun one to go to.
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it's some good eating down there, too, some good barbecue.
Oh, no doubt.
Nice.
Dennis Smith finds 10. We're not even into conference play. This is a guy that wasn't able to play, not just high school, but obviously AAU as well last year with that torn ACL. And graduated high school early, came to NC State to rehab it. Rowan is now in 2011 Southland Coach of the Year when he led the Cowboys. Here's a lob. Watch out! 7, we talked about him in the open, seeing some earlier minutes than he has in previous games for the Wolfpack. Well, you can't leave this man open. Torrin Dorn.
East State looks like they're playing a little kind of matchup man-to-man.
And they leave Rowan wide open. Can't do that. Rowan.
I tell you, Harvey hits one, he can hit a bunch of them. When you make your first shot as a shooter, that rim in the basket really just gets a lot bigger. And for McNeese State, that's what they're hoping.
Henderson will answer. BJ Anya is out, and about 5 minutes into the second half, Omer Yurt 7 is in and promptly picks up the rebound. Henderson, a 3.
NBA roster nowadays, and there's all kind of European foreigners, and that's the beauty of the NBA, and they love that because marketing and all the exposure the whole world has given the NBA.
Yeah, really a global game is Massachusetts. 19.9 points a game and a great three-point shooter, better than 36%. That's his 18th 3 of the season. Here's a good three-point shooter for the Wolfpack.
Oh, yeah, shot.
Nelson's got 7 points. None tougher than those two. Nearly a jump ball, but he had the upper body strength to be able to muscle it up off the glass. They really like Yurt 7's ability to pass. Henderson's been hot. He's Henderson. Millen thought about that 3. Johnson will try another. And you kind of get the sense in the early going of this game, Ernie, the pace is going to be really fun to watch, and both teams able, if they keep shooting threes like this, we're in for a really high-scoring affair. Henderson,
absolutely.
Again!
Glue guy, you need that guy on your team.
Nelson with a little heat check, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, 1,000 points in his career, just a junior. Rowan can really shoot it too.
Yeah, he
glass well.
He did on that play.
Henderson in rhythm. Again, off.
And he looked comfortable taking that. It looked like he knocked that down, not even thinking about it.
He had been 0 for 3 on the year before that one. Abu, 10-footer, got it.
He didn't make that, but he has to take that shot.
Johnson, oh, tough move, and he hit the underside of the rim. You can just see how dangerous this Fairfield team is going to be as Johnson continues to get healthier.
Great pass.
He made his first 3 of the season, not going to knock down his second there. You can
I thought
see
rain was going to come down on that shot.
NC State looking for more. Week 15 in the NFL. It's the best place for your sports shopping needs. Sports Center at night, also streaming live on the ESPN app, and watch ESPN. NC State on a run right now. Dorn quickly kisses it off the glass.
Their opposition, quite the opposite for the Mountaineers. They're averaging almost 41 boards a game and have a 6-rebound advantage. Rowan's shot is good. Rick Rowan. Here's Dorn. Back-to-back threes for the Wolfpack.
Right there, the little flare, he just couldn't finish the shot.
Ronshad Shabazz just 1 for 3 in the early going. Here's your 7. Soft touch, and he's got his first 2.
Shabazz took it in there, and then right there, Griffin Kinney.
Can't show any fear when you're going up against a power program like the Wolfpack. Henderson drills the 3. And Logan wants to push the tempo. Short, Caputa the rebound.
You know why he missed it, Rich? He's fading back.
Look out! Played in where he's hit at least 1 3.
He's got to get in better shape, and it'll start to fall a little easier for him. And it's not his fault when he's had that concussion protocol. He could do nothing for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Mark said he wasn't even able to ride the bike.
And that's what Malik Abu can do. There you go.
Last year, win 20 is the second biggest improvement in the NCAA last year. So he's got things turned around quickly.
Abu nails it from 15. Back 2 of 5 from the field. Smith in and out. Henderson. Henderson fires a 3 and hits it.
That first year was pretty dramatic.
When Dana Ford was playing at Illinois State, a standout defender. Henderson, nice.
John bailed themselves out, but tell you what, Martin just got great position that time using his offhand.
42-41, Tennessee State back in front by a point. From the wing, Henderson. Got a 3.
Abner had to kick it back out.
That possession time never really went anywhere. They were lucky to get the offensive rebound. And there is the...
And that's going to be Eric Fanning, his first bucket.
He's got good size to him, and this BU team is kind of sneaky big. They've got some good size in the perimeter.
Junior from Sarasota, Florida. 2 points to his credit in the first half.
Yeah, each team now 1 foul away from shooting the 1-and-1 for the rest of the half.
Today's game, the first of 6 straight non-conference games at home for NC.
And he likes getting into that right hand. Got no scouting report. Force him back. Make him use that left. Too easy that time, but good footwork, good patience by Mike Thorne.
Went to the same high school as Dennis Smith.
Keep up this pace. Hot field goals for a high-scoring affair.
Coleman lands, lost it. 3-on-1 the other way. And Henderson slams it down. The mount for the Wolfpack. Shot from the corner. LeRon Black can't convert.
Probably not the shot you're looking for if you're Illinois. Got the momentum going. Too early for Black to take a corner 3.
Baseline jumper goes down.
Richardson lost the handle, and it's picked up by Dennis Smith. NC State loves to get out and run. Here's a spot up 3 for Henderson, and it's good.
Great.
Continues the torrid shooting pace.
It's amazing. His percentages are just out of this world. And it's not all dunks or layups. I mean, he does it all so many different ways.
Go down for the Ramblers.
He doesn't miss many.
That was the concern, really, for Mark Gottfried and the Wolfpack, is this is a team that can very well shoot you out of a zone, as there's a pretty pass into Johnson on the cut. First year playing for Loyola, averaging better than 13 points a game.
NC State, they want a couple buckets. They want to try to close the gap. Loyola, they want to finish out the great first half that they've started. You just can't get beat off the dribble and finish at the rim without anybody contesting. Mark Gottfried not happy with that defensive possession.
They really like the athleticism that Satterwhite brings. And he kind of shows it off there. Little back cut. Oh, throw it down, Terry Henderson. Do you like to give yourself a couple of seconds just for an offensive rebound opportunity?
You do, but certainly not enough. And that's the kind of thing with a young team, you know, that's what he was emphasizing.
Wide open under the basket is Markel Johnson. Richardson has the 4 fouls. Only 5 on the shot clock. Johnson's got to go. Deep 3. Oh, he nearly banked it in. And there's an offensive rebound, Malik Abou.
Well, you got to love a guy that's struggling, not having a great offensive game, comes up with a huge offensive rebound. A couple plays before, came up with a big-time tip.
Gets the feed back. What a dish and a finish from Abou.
Suffering through. Well, Darren, when you're a young team and you have freshmen, at times it's like taking a sip of water out of a fire hydrant. And get splashed in the face.
Like that, the splash from Terry Henderson. Similar for Darius Hicks, who pops up there to set the screen. Opportunity for him in this tournament. Torin Dorn, quiet half for Dorn. That good happens. Here's Kimball. Johnson was late, rotating over. That's how tight the seal is on that rim. More than 7 minutes now without a bucket.
It's taken the Hawks out of any rhythm they had early.
Smith slides one through a tiny window, and Henderson hits.
They'll play better in the second half. They get some stops, get some runouts, score baskets before the zone gets set up. It will help the Hawks immensely.
Robinson just a hair late getting out of.
Long, athletic. This was sophomore.
Smith bounces one in the lane to Abou, who switches to the left hand for the finish. NC State has picked up in this half where they left off in the first. They've got their largest lead of the game. Abou, finish.
Well, you could tell when he came up and caught that, he was ready, confident, even though he had missed 10 previous. That one was going to go in.
How about Dorn?
Reminds me of, as a player, a little bit of Earl the Pearl Monroe if you go way back. He's got that spin move that changes direction, that nasty crossover, and he's always around the basketball.
Does seem to find him. Torin Dorn, that is a big 3.
Mark Gottfried has to be unhappy again because they said, let's stop Watson's penetration. They've got the lob to Patton. Watson to the rim on the second possession.
Smith can't pick his way through. Here's Terry Henderson. That is up the freshman Markel Johnson, who's the first off the bench for the Wolfpack.
Well, set play. The Jays moved everyone up above the free throw line. There was no help defense. Watson with that extra gear.
Well, Henderson left alone.
From the arc coming into this game.
Patton on the drive, then he pulls up. One way NC State can certainly stay in this game, give them a chance to win it, is hit from 3 and get easy looks, freshman to freshman.
And Creighton is winning that battle, 22 points in the paint to 14 for the Wolfpack, 12-0 off turnovers for the Jays, and 11-4 second chance points.
Sean Kirk for 3.
But you gotta like the energy from both of these teams.
Quick shot for Dorn. Here with a similar mindset, telling us it's about figuring out where your team is at this early point in the year. Greg McDermott's going to have a better feel than most because of the toughness of his schedule early on before they got here. Huff flashes right out at Dorn, who can.
And some of the firepower was on the bench. Abou out, sitting out with 4. Henderson over there with 4. Henderson with that big first half, but only 2 points here in the second half.
Hanson slides down to cut off the penetration of Markel Johnson. Now there's 5 on the shot clock. Markel Johnson, pretty looking shot for a game.
They need a big game out of Walter Wright, as we mentioned in the open. Special player for the Grizz.
Grizzlies aren't going to back away from anybody. They played Southern Cal, they played Wyoming. They played them both tough. Smith with the lob, the finish from a boot. You want to talk about freshmen for NC State. How about the big man for Creighton?
Patton. Well, Justin Patton at Omaha North High School.
Smith skips one over there to Dorn. Abu begging for it. And here's what Gottfried wants. Let it come to Dennis Smith.
And you see that gap defense by Montana.
Entry pass, double came, doesn't matter. Every recruiting service had this freshman class as a top 5, top 10. They were all really top 5. Here's Henderson. Been quiet today. Now.
So 16,000 here.
Right.
To St. Francis home court seats just 1,000.
Wow.
Here's an alley-oop. Oh, it's a...
And you have to respect that, but that time it looked like he didn't have the ball settled in his hand, so he gave a nice little shot fake, put it down one time, and straight to the rim.
Speaking of to the rim, what a dish. Dennis Smith Jr.
Layup, or they've gotten fouled, so they need to continue to do that. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Sanabria called for the foul. Here's Dorn with an NC State with a new look team. As Malik Abu wins the tip, he's one of just 3 NC State players that played regularly last season, as Mark Gottfried has a completely different team, but a team with high expectations and high hopes.
Right, they have a lot of talent, a lot of length, and a lot of depth. The big thing for NC State is getting chemistry.
The mark.
So yeah, right there, if Georgia Southern doesn't shoot the ball well, they might be out of this game early.
They get it to Abu on the low block. Double team comes. They work the ball around to Henderson. Good for 3.
A better chance.
Another block shot, not once but twice. Henderson got the second. Miller.
Nice probe. That was a nice probe. Didn't take a bad shot. The defense was set, so you bring it back out and set it up.
Henderson, another 3.
There you go.
Comes away with the board.
Right.
He tore ligaments in his right ankle just 7 minutes into the opening game last year. Rowan with a tip. It stays up, and Hicks collects the loose ball.
Good play. Nice.
Unbelievable.
Nice. Give a shot fake and try to get into the gaps of that zone and cause a little bit of havoc and make guys come to help you. You could drop it off for someone else to get an open shot maybe.
They go inside. Abu hesitation, and he'll slam.